Why hello everybody, my name is Shretex and welcome to the second mega episode for Frostpunk 2. We're carrying on from where I was last episode. It's a brand new day for me and honestly we have a lot of stuff to do. I think currently we're doing pretty well with the city, but of course there is a big if on that one. Can I keep things going as they are with people being happy with me? And more importantly, I now have to manage not only New London, we have also just unlocked a brand new colony which is going to be fueling our empire with oil, which hopefully will remove our need for coal. Now, I did have a quick look between episodes at a few things. I am aware that this place is very tiny. It should be quite easy to manage. My main priorities right now, it does seem that this location is sharing heat stamps, prefabs, and cores with everything else in the Empire. These resources seem universal, so with that in mind, this is actually pretty handy because this location has two sources of very easily accessible prefabs, which I can just start getting myself, and of course, a bunch of oil. I think in total it's 4.4 million oil per node. So that'd be around, if there's 3 of them, 13.2 million-ish, I'm probably wrong there, oil to deal with. So until we start using the oil, I really have no idea if that is a lot or nothing at all. So we're just going to be optimistic but cautious at the same time. So first things first, we're going to frost break into the oil itself, and I actually want to probably build a second building over here to grab these 2 prefabs, because why not? As this new colony seems to be completely bespoke, it has 3,000 workers. I don't think I can improve that number. It's simple as that. We're just going to leave it at that and try and fit in the workers we need. So if I, for now at least, set up 1 oil foundry and 1 prefab, I think that'd be good enough for now. I do think, though, if I can, so I was looking at this a little bit, there's actually a bit underground here, which has a shelter from wind. So if I'm going to be building any housing, which I think we need at least 1 housing district and 1 goods district, we probably do need to get down there to have a little bit more efficiency with the factories. Now, this also adds a lot of questions, I'm going to go out and say, because to create goods, I'm going to need materials. How is that going to possibly work? Unless there's a way I can trade between the 2 cities somehow? I really don't know how this works. Perhaps we'll see in the future there's some kind of trading modifier where I can send certain goods over and fulfill certain needs, but until I figure that out, I'm honestly in the dark. I think I said last episode I actually wanted to move towards the final location on this map with... oh, there it is. Expedition points. I think the faster we go out and explore the world, the more options we have and the better we can play. So I probably shouldn't have spent too many works on those little locations there. Come back. Thank you. Let's build the last logistics hub. Get that running. And we've got an event that's going to run out soon. So have a quick look at it and see what it says. Cutthroat economy. Paid essentials. Steward. Now that we are charging for essentials, some unemployed families are unable to afford basic necessities. Work goes for the worthiest. If these people were passed up, it's their own damn fault. They should put in the work instead of expecting the city to solve their problems, claim one of the Evolver delegates. Others are more measured and say we can provide them with a weekly allowance. If we can't offer them work, we'll give them a budget. It's up to them how they use it. What should we do? Clearly, this person here is a genius, because if we can't offer them work, I am at fault here. I do not believe in an allocation reducing my heat stamps, but if I just offer them jobs, which is my entire reason for being, I'm the steward here. If people are unemployed, that's my fault. They can fend for themselves. As I build more buildings, I put them into work. So I actually wonder if I got that event because I had loads of unemployed people. That could have been a reason. I'm not so certain. Good news is, they're working again now, so problem solved. Cool. Excellent. That was not a pun, by the way, just to put out. That was a mistake. Moving on. So we have 2 weeks and 5 days until we have the next council budget, which is a bit of time, but it is what it is. I think as why I said I want to try and move towards getting an extra research base. And in fact, did I not expand this housing district for that exact purpose? I did. This problem with me playing between different days, I probably had a plan in mind yesterday. When I stopped playing, I just completely forgot about it. But now, let's think about this for a second. I say we do the research first, and then I focus on the oil afterwards. Because there's a lot of research to go through this game. There's literally entire tabs of research to go through. We will do that bit first and speed all that up. Now, the thing I'm not certain about, how fast is the research speed going to go up if I build additional research labs? I really have no idea, so we have to try and figure that out as we go through here. Interesting. I can send it to different locations. So there is some kind of mechanic for moving goods between different places. But unless I happen to find a supply of finished consumer goods, it's not going to work out. Or I find a supply of materials. That's probably the more likely one. I need to find a supply of materials I can gather, and then I can send it directly to the old dreadnought so they can maintain a factory. Seems to make sense to me. Anyway, 21 Frostland team. So I presume it's because the other building finished. Let's send them out. So looking around, what do we need imminently right now? What do we reckon we need to really push forward our economy? I'm going to go and say that there's currently a lot of wasted potential right here because we have this new place and currently we're getting less heat stamp income from this particular location, -3, because we're simply lacking heat stamps. I think the faster I get more heat stamps, the better off we're going to be in general. More choices, more buildings, more upgrades. So I'm going to go and see if I can find a mine which would actually include resources to send to the old dreadnought. Now, there are many, many options here. There really are. Cores, prefabs. I don't need prefabs or coal. I need materials. Coal... materials. Dangerous. Interesting. So even though I've already increased the efficiency of my workers and my scouts, some locations are still dangerous. And I'm not going to go to them. I think it's too risky. This one's safe on the other hand though. 10 workers. Oh, we can do both at the same time. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go and check out the graveyard. Probably due to an unknown sea current, this area is full of old shipwrecks, ground into mangled remains by tons of sea ice. It's a dangerous place where few dare to tread. Launch expedition. Next one. Once a small port operated here to ferry materials for the generator's construction. Now it's lost to pressing ice. Scouts say they can still hear the grunts and cries of men heaving steam cores ashore. So there's a lot of coal there apparently. Now, before I do dive into that, was there any more places we can check out which had a more useful outcome? No. No, there's not. Let's go over here then. The approach expedition under Theo Hobbs is approaching... Well, that's pretty cool. I got a name. Wait, who's reading this one? Newtonia Allison. Do you know what? I love that. Could you... Am I having like a weird, like, wishful thinking memory? Could you name people in Frostpunk 1? I doubt you can now. I mean, we literally have... What is it? 3,000. We have like 16, 15,000 citizens at the moment. So, not very likely. Anyway, moving on. So we're looking 2 weeks until we get that sorted out. I do need more material. Do you know what? This is actually a bit of a pressing issue right now because we are getting a few people going into the workforce that are sick because we have disease minor. Now, this is mostly my fault because I have all the bio waste and coal mines set up and whatnot. But we actually do have a problem with materials. We just don't have enough. It's the only thing I'm actually not solvent on, and also some housing. So maybe what we should do... Wait, slightly increased by feral children. Extremely increased by populations. What? Interesting. That's a very interesting point. I didn't think that would be a problem because everyone had jobs and stuff. People are going to be discontent if there's a lot of them. I guess creating a slum situation, not great. Regardless, that's not the point. We have an issue right now due to this. Squalor's growing. It's currently mine. It's going to go to a higher tier. I need to fix this. Now, luckily for me, I actually did unlock the sawmill last episode. So if we just try and build one of those at some point, how much did it cost? Oh.
It's getting colder.
We're still okay. I mean, now we have 47 weeks until we run out of coal, but with efficiency upgrades and stuff, I think we should be okay. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Anyway, so what I'm going to go out and do, let's fix the material issue first, just to get rid of the last missing resource. And also it means we can smash through these quicker and hopefully move on to other deposits as we play through the game here. How much do I need to do this? I don't think it was that expensive, was it? 80 heat stamps. It actually is quite a bit. Next month we should get that sorted out. Let's reduce the amount of workers on batteries for now, which also helps reduce the issue a little bit as well. What's the most likely one to turn down? Probably this one. Actually, let's just check. Are you guys wasting heat? No, they're both completely heat solvent, which is pretty cool. Okay, we need 400 workers, right? So that's enough there. I'm going to leave that until later. I kept getting scarred by clicking on those before. Oh, what's this? We can do a new law. So currently I got to try and pass a law for contagion prevention, which is a pressing issue causing tension in the city at the moment. And this is great because it actually has the ability to reduce tension. Now, if I recall, I haven't edited it yet, but I think I discussed at length what I would pick in this situation. So I did say I was going to go for supported quarantine, I think, in the end. I think it is a better option here. Interestingly, though, it increases equality instead of merit. Interesting. Anyway, so I'm going to go for this one. I think it's a better option. I don't want to increase tension for any region whatsoever. I don't know how much that's going to affect me. We are on the harder setting here, so I want to keep that down. If I had to build more houses, whatever. I don't really care that much. I can use houses to reduce heat efficiency on different buildings. It's actually a good idea. So we're going for this. Propose, negotiate. So only the Frostlanders want to negotiate, and I think with their support, we guarantee victory anyway. So the question is, what do they want? Interesting. Oh my, this is brilliant. So they want, for support, for me to build an untreated sawmill, which is what I was about to do anyway. So yes, I will agree with that, and we're going to go and push that through. Wow, that is extremely handy. Accept, vote, done. Funny if I get literally no randomized votes, but I still win. They cannot defeat me. My politics are unbreakable.
Hear ye. The votes are in. The measure passes.
Yes. Contagion prevention law has been regulated. You kept your promise and avoided unnecessary chaos in the city. Excellent, check that out. So we should probably do the promise thing first and build a untreated sawmill, which will immediately fix our problem. Wait 1 second. And we have lost a bit of efficiency when it comes to housing, but like I said, I don't really think that's a big problem. Now, if we remember, I can't do it right now, there's actually another canyon down here which has the same modifier this one does, which was negative heating and plus shelter. Definitely a no-brainer. We'll move towards that when we can. So I was going to say I should keep on building here, but I just want to have a quick look at the other place because it's been running for a little bit now. And luckily for me, they're not actually generating much problems. Now, cold is growing, so we need to get a house down here at some point. But for the most part, it actually seems to be okay. Because this is actually capped by a special modifier for having low population size, so that won't get worse. It's just the city's cold that is a problem. At the moment, anyway. Anyway, back over this way. Cool. Frostlander relationship has improved. Now, they are devoted to me. This is the highest possible level I'm pretty sure we can get. It's all the way up. What does this do? Do I get any, like, cakes or something? Not sure. So at this point, I think we should keep with them being maximum devotion. But if I had to use them to make a promise in the future, I will take money off them and then bring them back up to cap by fulfilling the promises. I don't want to waste resources here. Cool. Sawmill's up. We now have positive income there. And I guess the last thing to do would be to build out the thing over here. Getting more cities and stuff. And the research labs. Cool. So they're working over there. I noticed I got a lot of excess Frostland teams right now. Honestly, I feel like I should be using them to do something else. Because there's a lot of 20s, right? But I need one more person. A single person to increase my efficiency. I guess what we could do... I know this goes against what I literally just said. But I think it would be important to get exploration done first. I'm going to expand out one of these. So I think it would give me like 1 extra point. So yes, we're going to do that actually. What we do, let's expand you. It only costs, if I remember, where is it? 50 heat stamps. So we wait a few days, get the heat stamps in, expand it out, and that should net me 20 plus Frostland teams. We can send them out and do some jobs from there. Okay, let's look on this. Visions of our future, diverging ideas. Steward, everyone in New London is awaiting the moment we get a steady supply of oil. So many fears would vanish, so many dreams made possible, but those dreams seem to be diverging. Faithkeepers paint visions of an eternally warm New London, as warm as only the eldest among us remember, but the Evolvers want us to use this newfound power to reach out and settle remote places in the Frostlands, making it our own. I clearly agree with creating a new English empire, so screw the other guys. We're going to make the English empire will never fall. We will go and expand across the world. It would be glorious. Excuse me. Oh, I don't know why I just got teleported back here. Why? I have no idea. Take me back home. Thank you very much. I think that was a little message in case players didn't realize there's a second colony and they just played without doing it. It could have happened. If I didn't double check, I would have missed it myself. Anyway, let's expand this out. Expand. Oh, it has to go this way. That's okay. So that'll take a few days. And do you know what? I've been saying all this stuff about keeping these guys devoted. I am actually going to take the money now. They're favourable still. Next time I do a vote, I probably will have to use them anyway. And this speeds up the rest of my game for me. So we can do more things. Okay. So that's working out. Let's go to the other city. And we need to set up some buildings. So let's get some prefabs on the run now. And I guess our major issue is going to be setting up a district so that we can share heat. Interesting. This is going to be a bit strange, but don't worry about it. It's completely under control. So what I've just done here, I have gotten myself the heat from the generator. So -20. I've also created 2 catchment areas. So if I build the oil derrick this way, they will immediately trigger off the attachment bonuses, which should be pretty handy. Now the issue is going to be is me creating it in a way that I can do the same. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would work. Maybe we need to do a little bit more when it comes to getting this area open. So if I build that here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would work. That's totally fine. Okay, perfect. Build that, please. We have some heat stamps spare. Let's just expand this out as well. Actually, I should do it a little bit more liberally than this. There we go. Done. So that should hopefully help us out a little bit. Back to the base. Now, good news is, as we have the heat stamps right now, let's not forget about the research, everybody. So, logistics, food, where is it? Housing. 400 workers required. Definitely, I'm interested in this. So, let's reduce the food output a little bit for now to get the research lab going. Food. Perfect. Bring me technology. Off they go. So we've got 5 weeks until that comes through. Still a bit of lack of workers, but nothing too crazy. Logistics coming through as well, and we got 2 ongoing expeditions doing quite well. Still got a bit of problem with the heat stamps. We'll work on that. Oh, good. People return to work again. Oh, okay. So I didn't check that. So now we have a modifier of a law. We've actually just removed disease entirely from our society, which is absolutely stellar. We are getting a bit of issue with cold because of the lack of housing. So we should probably deal with that.
Please exercise caution, even in quarantine. One illness does not make you invulnerable to others.
If only it did. That'd be amazing. So I'm trying to sneak in a little bit more workers to get some stamps going. This is what we need. Give it to me. Not enough room to do the whole thing. Let's get enough terrain to unlock this in the future. We can have a nice little base here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have housing moving out this way. How are we doing with population, by the way? We are growing still, 67%. Hopefully that will pop up at some point. We get more workers, and we're looking pretty good. So interesting, very interesting. So two things has happened here. First off, we have unlocked the building upgrade here, so now we have 20 people in this district. Pretty good. That's a pretty good upgrade. It was like 50 heat stamps, get an extra 5 points. Good ratio. However, we've lost the modifier from these guys to train. Oh, we can do it again right away. Yay! Problem solved. Cool. Back to what I was doing then. I was going to say I can't do the expedition anymore, but that is not the case. So, we're going to the graveyard in this place. Let's smash out prefabs, cores, and population. This is exactly the same. Nothing wrong with this at all. Let's go for this one. There are rumors of a wise woman in these hills who tell stories of the old world. Years ago, some young woman complained the infirmary could not treat their ailments. They sought out these hills and never returned, sparking rumors that they have become wise. There's a hot springs here. Okay, let's go and check out the hot springs. And that might be really good, because if it means we can have like some kind of... It's a hot spring area, right? So that means there might be good soil to create food. So it might be a permanent source of food for the rest of the game. Or maybe for at least some time anyway. So I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I do apologize. I normally assume a lot of stuff. Most of the time I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. But I think it's good to assume rather than just wait until you have all the facts. You've got to take some risks in life, everybody. Let's see. Ooh, we'll leave that alone for now. I do not want to touch that with a barge pole. And let's build a new building. So wait a few seconds just to get this bit finished off. Okay, we're now creating more prefabs. So we need another one of these. How was I doing this again? I think I worked it out a second ago. Not good enough. This might be more challenging than I initially anticipated. No, I think the first one was the best way of doing it, personally. We do not have enough for the total heat reduction here. But I will point out, its base demand is only 20 heat. So in reality, we don't technically need it right now. If we really need it, I can just plop down an additional expand and build a building here anyway. So, problem solved. Cool. So that means these guys will have no heat demand whatsoever, which will not take up more resources, and it will collect 78 oil, which is actually enough to do the mission, right? To put in 75 to New London. So happy days. Do I want to get the housing ready? I think we do. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be a bit of a lark or a long expedition here, because I have to get all the way down to the bottom here. What is the better way to take? If I go this way, I unlock prefabs and oil. If I go this way, I unlock absolutely nothing. So with that in mind, let's go this way. It's going to take a while. It's going to take at least another 2 to get down there, but we will get there. Cool. I presume there'll be a mechanic soon to let me start transferring resources between the 2 locations. We'll have to see though. The shelter is a problem though. We need to deal with that sooner rather than later. Spare workers. Oh, how is this working, by the way? So we got the research tablet, right? So how do I tell how fast this is? 9 weeks, 4 days. 6 weeks, 1 day. I'll tell you what, my feeble brain cannot understand the concept here. I think that's 33% increase, but until we have what we do when we finish this technology, we'll look at it base value and we'll look at it with the addition and we'll see what difference it is. I think it's currently 33% though. But that's good though. Speeds everything up. Okay, more of these. Let's jump into this location. So I think I said originally I was going to try and build out... I'm not going to do it. I just want to check. Oh, let me do it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, maybe one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would probably work. And then we can have the house come into this bit. 1, 2... Wait, why can't I see the UI? There you go. Really important stuff, game. I need the UI to plan what I'm doing here. So the idea would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a house would be here. So 1, perfect. That works out great. That is a perfect housing. And then we have enough to do a second housing afterwards as well. So that also is brilliant news. What if we can maybe do it so in the long run it curls around to the right, and we can get bonuses on both factories at the same time. So for now, let's go that way. Cool. Oh, are you okay, game? Just taking a very, very long pause there, which is a bit terrifying. Sorry about... Because I'm recording this as a mega episode, I'm playing a very hard strategy game and compared to what I normally do. I'm probably way more nerdy than I normally am playing RPGs, but it's actually what I'm normally like. I'm a very nerdy person. My favorite games are strategy games, by far. Not even close, everybody. It's not even remotely close. Anyway, we have a new thing we can push through in the laws. Let's have a look. Proposed new law. Now, we actually haven't got any bespoke things we have to pass through immediately, so we can probably have a little bit of a look. So I've already done these two. We have food additives. This is one that really interests me when I was looking at it yesterday, because it literally says citizens will provide some food during calm weather. What is calm weather in relation to a global apocalypse ice age? Is it 30 degrees, 20 degrees, negative 50? I don't know. I need more information on that one. So that one we're going to leave for now. It's a bit unknown to me. This is actually all done. We've done all this. Excellent. Society. Funerals. Is that it? We actually have two options here. We can do funerals or we can do the food one. How do I unlock these? Oh, I think we just unlock it as we play through the game here. Oh, this goes a bit far if you ask me. This sounds like some dictator stuff down here. Why would I do a law about procreation? People should be able to love who they love and choose what they do. Interesting. Crime elimination. Sir, he farted at me. Kill him. Take him out. Funerals. Ooh, okay. This one's interesting. There is a variety of practices regarding funeral rites. So we can go down the reason or the tradition path here with harvesting funerals. The deceased will be harvested and their healthy body parts used to support the city's healthcare. Unharvested remains will be incinerated and the ashes transferred to relatives. Or, bodies must be buried untouched after the traditional funeral. To show proper respect to the departed, relatives must allow to mourn with dignity. Now, as someone that actually holds a organ card if I get killed by a car or something, I'm going to go for harvesting funerals. So, this would increase the research speed slightly, which is brilliant news, and it also decreases disease once again. So that is a absolutely epic thing here. Let's go for Frostlander 4. What do they want me to do? Research the pump or construct a coal mine. I need to do some research on this one. Let me double back out and we'll check something quickly because I don't know what I've built at this point. I've forgotten. We are missing a hothouse here, and we are also missing a coal mine as well. I think we just go for the food one, right? We got both these on full tilt right now, or nearly full tilt. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. What is wrong with me, guys? If anything, this one should be the one with reduced demand for workers. No, do you know what? It doesn't matter. If I'm going to build it anyway, it doesn't really matter. Wow, why is the thing so bad here? Oh, there's only one negative modifier for heat. That's why it's a bit of a lark. Let's increase that. Done. Okay, so I'm going to go and accept the deal to increase the output for food. Negotiate. Frostland 4. Build a biowaste hothouse. Accept. And we have guaranteed another victory for our glorious nation here. Vote. So hopefully we unlock some new things soon, because the next one I have to pick is the one I'm not really bothered on or know how it works. I probably would go for the calm level one, but we'll see. Now we've got even more unknown modifiers of research speed. Is there actually a research speed thing somewhere? No. I want more statistics game. So I need to do this, right? Let's get this sorted out sooner rather than later. This is increasing efficiency by a lot, so I have no issue in reducing that down and putting that down as well. Okay, cool. Oh, that was quick. Sorted. And now we're back to having absolutely no heat stamps again. Good times. The good news is, though, we're about to finish this extraction district collecting prefabs, which means on this very first area, we have no prefabs at all left to gather for the rest of the game. It's gone. We had to make it in factories at this point onwards, unless we gather them from the oil place. This is good, actually, because it means I get loads more workers. Now, the downside I'm going to go out and say right away is it means we're going to run into a problem with a lot of different things, because this building is currently providing benefits to a lot of nearby locations. And it's gone. So, not great. Cool. No worries, guys. Oh, that didn't do that much. They're still unfavorable. Oh, frost. Yeah, weird. I'm not sure what happened there. Not as powerful as I thought I was going to be. Okay, so delete this. There's no point having it around. It's not technically using any resources. Does it still provide its bonus, though? No, it's completely worthless. Let's get rid of it. Sorry, buddy. You're gone. So what can I replace this with? Is there anything that I could do that have the same effect of reducing heat nearby? Do we even need to reduce heat nearby? Yes. No, we need to reduce material costs, not heat. That's something else. Now, something that I find quite interesting is I haven't looked into this tab at all at this point, I don't think, while playing, is there's a whole different tab of buildings you can put down in the game. Heating hubs. Reduce nearby heating demands. Fuel, well, stockpiles of every type of item here. Is this worth doing? Proximity workforce demand. 100 workers. It might be. It might be good efficiency. The only thing I'm worried about is it does cost heat stamps at the moment, and that is my most pressing resource. So it's a bit of a unknown. Let's check out this thing. Sue Miller. It's the same girl from last time. She used to be the person stabbing people in the streets for their governors. Sue Miller, 12, apprentice. Spinning dog hair into yarn. Ouch, my fingers! These fucking spindles! What was that voice line? That was amazing. Well, I say amazing, it was awful, I apologise. Miss Boss Lady keeps joking. It'll fall asleep and get woken up by a prince. I don't get it. If a prince came near me, I'll rob him blind, then I'll make him do a bloody spinning. Aunt Marble says if I can weave, I can work with her at the mill. Beats freezing the streets. She's so happy. Do you know what? This made my day. I made a good decision. Sue Miller has a future beyond becoming a chav, everybody. She's going out there and she's making a life for herself. Excellent. Extreme happiness. What is this? Interesting. Okay, so I'm waiting a little bit because in around 10 seconds, we're going to finish a lot of expeditions. So we're going to go out into the world map and we're going to see what we've unlocked for our glorious expeditions here. Oh, wait, what? I didn't even know I was doing that. I accept that as victory for me. Well, I guess I must have put that in place last episode. I just forgot it was happening. Oh, that would have been the research, wouldn't it? We researched a foundry or something like that. Oh, wait. I don't like wasting time. Let's quickly research something new. So I currently have no particular upgrades in mind. And there's no oil supply for New London. Has this not finished yet? So how do I get this oil to the main city? Sends child expeditions to the Frostlands and transports resources between cities in its outposts. So I think I need to build... Oh, do you know what? It's a good thing I checked that. I literally didn't think that was even a thing. So, is it work the same over here? It says exactly the same. In that case... Is there a button I can press somewhere so I can extend stuff places? Oh no, there might be a mechanic I don't understand how to get to it. Okay. You can transfer resources and population between colonies and cities. To send resources, open the panel and choose... to send resources, open the panel to a chosen colony and specify resources. Oh. Interesting. So does this take... How does this technically work? So can I do it either way? Oh my god. If only I wasn't such a complete moron, I would have noticed this earlier. So this is now going to provide me... I want a Zaki 75 for now, that's what the mission was. So we do 75, and they technically are running out of oil, but they got loads in storage. So... I'm just going to send them... my resources. I don't really see why not, to be honest. It makes sense to me. So send them the resources so they are completely flush with goods. What is this? There's no need for coal. That's good. Technically, they haven't got enough food, technically. I'll just give them two. There you go. What are they using? Oh, yeah, they need tools as well. Yeah. Let's do that. I mean, we now have some issues in the main colony, but this colony is now just completely flush and looking great. So, done. Anticipation fills the air as the first transport of oil is sent to New London. To dream of the future without feeling cold feels surreal. To make it happen, however, we need to modify the generator to turn this black gold into heat. This will be irreversible. What future we build for ourselves will depend on it. What do you mean by that, game? Oh. It hasn't just done it for me, has it? Oh, ooh. Chapter 2. Ambitions. Wait, what happened there? People cheer as oil reaches the city, but the question remains, what will it mean for our future? The years of suffering are coming to an end, their leaders shout across the city squares. With the gift of oil and light of our furnace, we can defeat the frost and build a warm paradise. Let us improve the blessed engine and pump oil until the snows of the city melts forever. However, the Evolvers disagree. The frost is our reality. What Faithkeeper's lectures is not only foolish, it's hubris. We can't wait for New London's generators to rust. We have to adapt to this world, settle and repopulate the Frostlands. You already know my answer on this one. We are going to move to the future and the glory of the English Empire. Evolvers will approve of the decision. Yes, excellent. So we've got adaptive pumps to use any fuel. Oh, interesting. People are probably done religious playthroughs. We're not going that way, but I would just say people that think like we should just go this path. Originally, New London was great because I had loads of coal, and that ran out. What happens when the oil runs out at that rig? It's going to be exactly the same story. It's going to be someone else's problem in like 30 years' time. We will embrace the frost. We will expand, and the Union Jack will run across the world here. It's going to be glorious. I actually kind of wonder, where actually is this in the... Does anyone know in the lore from the last game? Where actually are we on the planet? I'll be interested to know. Anyway, so we're going for this. Adaptive pumps. It can use any fuel. Unlocks unlimited outposts. Unlocks unlimited output Frostland settlements. Unlocks the ability to exploit unlimited deep deposit. Interesting. So this is more of like a, well, expansionist kind of thing, which I'm into anyway. We first need to upgrade a generator with adaptive pumps to use the new fuel. Then we must research furnaces that will support upgrading viable outposts to permanent settlements. Wow. This is really cool. This is great. So the ones I've been using so far, we can maybe just make them work forever and it can be a permanent staple of our economy. That is brilliant. They will provide a supply of resources that will not run out. Not all outposts are viable as permanent settlements, however, but there are plenty of useful sites around New London that we have to find them. I know... I need to say it again. I've been playing for like 42 minutes, right? I need to say it. So I know people were initially saying that they preferred Frostpunk 1's smaller scale and stuff. But as someone that likes grand strategy, this actually really appeals to me. I love both game types. They are different games. This is a sequel technically, but honestly it is very different than the first one. But I love it just the same. Just like Dawn of War 1 compared to Dawn of War 2. They are very different game types, but I like them both individually. Maybe they should have like a different thing with like the, maybe different like spin-off name for Frostpunk, I'm not sure, but I'm loving this game so far. But I will say it's not all green fields. At least, actually I can't see anything green here whatsoever. It does seem that that decision has firmly pissed off the Faithkeepers. And there is now a red icon. What this means, I have no idea. Oh, I do have an idea. I'm going to go out and... Wait, I don't know. Clearly, I'm an idiot. I'm playing through the game the first time here. I'm going to go and guess what this means. I reckon there are some significant events in this game that will permanently affect the relation with these factions. And I reckon I have just done one thing that has permanently pissed them off. That will never recover from it. And they're always going to hold it against me. I might be wrong. Who knows? But I think that's what it's going to be. So if I have a look at them quickly, by the way. I'm kind of curious. There used to be like a little button I could press. Or maybe if I held over the button. Let's hold it over. Ah, there you go. Opinion of city direction. Fishing city. So don't like me that I favour adaptation. Extremely decreased by rejecting their vision. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing anything permanent there, but they are definitely not too happy. Anyway, now we've picked that, let's dive into research. And let's have a look at all this. Interesting. So clearly the first thing we want to look at here, generator upgrade. Now bear in mind, up to this point of the game, we've been pretty lucky. It's the worst we've seen is I think negative 50, or is it negative 40? I think actually this might be the coldest it's ever been. There are possibilities of bad times. Currently, it says here, warmer seasons, colder seasons, whiteout. We have not seen a whiteout yet. That is a possibility that will come at some point in the game. And we need to make sure we have brilliant heat supply to ramp up, store, whatever, for that day. When it comes, we need to be ready and we need to survive the cold winters of Frostlands here. So, with that in mind, we're going to go for the generator first. So, this is completely turned off. We can't do this. How can we use new types of fuels? Generator adaptive pumps. Versatile pumps allow generator to intake oil and steam in addition to coal. Interesting. So it does specify that steam is separate from oil and coal. And we do know that there is, of course, the geothermal plants, which should be very interesting because that would be a permanent source of just flat out steam. Anyway, so we want to go for this one. Oh, it's already been researched. Oh, do you know what? As I was just blumbling around like a complete moron, I didn't realize it actually finished. That is amazing. So we want to build that probably right away. We want to get that sorted out. So we have unlocked as well heating. Exactly the same. Okay, so what is this? Thanks to our advancements in generator adaptivity, we can develop a furnace that could sustain a small population in permanent frostland settlements. Unlocks upgrading outposts to permanent settlements, which can... Okay, so that is the change. That is the thing we need to do to turn these places into permanent settlements. Now, I reckon we do this as soon as humanly possible, personally, because I feel like if we don't... Oh, okay. I take it back. This is a temporary settlement. It will run out. It's going to end at some point. This one, though, very clearly has a button to create a settlement here, which needs a workforce, prefabs, and cores, as well as temporary usage of... Oh, shit. Maybe that's not temporary. Maybe that's permanent. I'm not certain. Regardless, it requires something. So... Oh, what's all this? Requires heating settlements, which we're just looking at. Skyway connection. That I'm not familiar with. And also, I'm going to point out right away, this increases the output to 400 coal instead of 250. So that is a good thing right away. Okay. So clearly then, I think we should research the heating settlement. We want to work towards that right away. Though we don't currently have... We haven't got enough money to afford it. Oh, typical. Typical. I'm going to take some money off these guys, I think. We have enough money that I think this shouldn't we go back up to it at some point. I'm gonna be on their side often, so this will go back up naturally over time. Thank you very much. Sorry, guys. And we're gonna go and start the research for the next item here. So my question as well then, what on earth is a sky? What is it called? Sky something. It seems to be some kind of advanced trail, I would imagine. What is this? Oh, does this go into a district? Ooh, that's pretty cool. It requires a lot of workers, but it does reduce costing. Coal liquefaction. I wonder how far this goes. I mean, are we looking like a giant web, or is it just look big, but it's not actually that much to unlock in the game? I'm very curious. Anyway, what am I doing? I need to try and find the other one. Just have a look at it before I go any further. Skyways! There it is. They all are identical. A network of cables connecting elevated stations which will allow us to run suspended trains in Frostlands without having to worry about ice and snow accumulation. That sounds like a really intelligent idea. So this is literally just required to move more items for colonies and outposts. That's all it does. So we want to get that at some point. There's also harvesting efficiency, which increases speed, I guess. Logistics bays. Just flat out more teams on the same buildings. Okay. There's so much I haven't gone through as well. Like, there really is so much to go through here. It's actually a bit overwhelming, I would say, in a way. Because there's just loads to look at here. Anyway. So for now, let's start with what I wanted to do. Oh, wait. Does this unlock new laws? It does. Interesting. So that's how I get more laws. I had to literally research them. Because I'm running out of laws currently. So we might want to sneak this in to get a new law I can push through. What are the options here? Youth. Young adults are encouraged to experiment free from arbitrary bounds and judgment. Oh, there's two different ways we can go here. Evolvers and Faithkeepers. Oh, I did say at the start that the other two factions, the New Londoners and the Frostlanders, didn't really have much to say about economy and social issues. So that's why this is going through here. So let's have a look at the options here. Youth Employment Program bolsters the city's workforce to decreases heat stamp income. Not too interested in that, to be honest. Or this one, increase the active worker percentage, decrease crime, whichever one didn't do. Decreases trust. That is never going to be used by me in any way, shape, or form. And also, I don't really believe the dutiful youth. This is not the Adeptus Mechanicus. We are not going to go for this. I'm going to go for that one. So we do that one first. Get it going. Done. Cool. Relations fallen, but it's still on max. Brilliant. Is there anything I can do to make these guys not so pissed off? So I've got three options here. Research equal pay, research machine shifts, or all do maintenance. Are any of these actually what I'm interested in? Where would I find these items? Not that one. This one? Interesting. Oh no, I don't. Okay, I don't agree with that one. What was the other one? Oh, I won't even let me look again. I've already smashed them out. Oh, what's this? Weak. Further weak. General. Marginally increased by embracing the frost. Further measures how many radicals are active within a faction. These radicals increase tension. Higher further means that this faction actions like protest will be more violent and severe. Oh, okay. It's interesting to know. Unfortunately, I kind of fluffed this up and I can't go back and double check again. But I'm just going to maybe, if we get money, we can pay them off instead of giving them something they want. Because I don't really agree with much of their policies.
Gift boxes to the steward by post. To avoid unnecessary queuing.
I'm getting gift boxes? Oh, that's awesome. I should have gift boxes. Actually, I'm not sure if I should allow people to send me stuff on the internet. That's probably a terrible idea. Let's have like a severed head or something. Like, great, thank you. Now I'm going to be arrested by the police. Can I make it to the... No, I'm just short of what I wanted there. Okay, let's go like so. So this place needs to be quite specific, I'm going to go out and say. So if I do that, we can have the factory have a free pattern. Oh, that's not going to work. That will not work at all. What am I even doing in my life? I am a disgrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need to make a pattern like this. They can drop in once, get the bonus, and still have housing. So it'd be 1, 2... Yeah, it should be enough room. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's working out okay. We don't need a district too close over here. Interesting. Oh, guys, while I was talking, which I do all the time, it looks like we finished some more expeditions. We got all this stuff to look at now. There's tons of options. So let's have a look at this one first. An old coal-hauling crawler, half buried in snow, appears the transport navigation device were tampered with and its charts were inaccurate. Graffiti has been etched into one side. New London leeches. Regardless of what happened here, the coal is ours for the taking. Wow, that is a absolute ton of coal. That is crazy. Wait, no, where's my main city? That would actually cap out our supply completely. How do I... So I'm trying to figure something out here. So I guess the best way forward here is we've got a mix, right? So we're using 2 different types. Fuel mix shows what types of fuel are currently heating in the generator. The generator uses as much available fuel as it is needed to fill... Yeah, but how do I change the mix? I don't know. The answer is unfortunately, I have no idea what to do here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to take advantage of that coal. It seems logical to me. We're going to turn off these fellas. And we're also going to turn off this temporarily. And we're going to just absorb all the coal, reactivate it later on, and go and get that 50,000 for free. An alternative could be that I go and build one of those storehouses, which actually probably would be a better idea, actually, thinking about it. This is probably the more logical decision. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, what we'll do then, frost break. So I'm really doing a bad job here. What am I doing? Let's just expand out this way. We're going to go and put a storage there. Then we just go and get flat out the resources. Before I go too far, let me just see what we need to bring in. So we got coal there. Excellent. This one, possible settlement. Multiple pods of whales froze here after being pursued by humanity's last whaling vessel. Fair enough. Into the freezing harbour. The scouts are amazed by the sight of the massive bodies made pale by the ice. Finally, I found my white whale, the scout commander chokes. No, oh, no one laughed. I feel kind of bad now. I thought that was funny. Years ago, the captain sent a team of machines to bore through the ice and mine out the whale meat. We can take the machines back to New London to assist our extraction or send a new team here to finish the job. This is interesting. Oh. Wow, that is a really good choice there. That is interesting. So normally I've been quite decisive what I've been doing so far, but this one's very interesting to me. I can get a permanent buff for the rest of the game, 10% productivity on all extraction districts. This will also include all my places like the other, like the oil places as well, I'm going to imagine. Or we can make an outpost. But it might be a permanent food outpost. I honestly have no idea if this is going to be a permanent source of food or temporary, but I'm actually going to go for this one. I'm going to establish an outpost and we're going to use it in the future. If it's permanent, please be permanent. 100 food. So this is not a permanent connection, but it is an extra 80,000 food we can use to extend out other parts. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. No, sorry, I'm still right. It says connect the trail first. We have to do that one bit. Okay, so it still says connect the trail. So until we get that sorted out, maybe we won't know how this works. I guess I can just go and connect directly, if at all possible, to the city over here, perhaps? Let's just try that for now and see if that works out. Okay, so settlement's being brought up there, and we got these locations as well. The wreck of a mighty freighter marked with colours of the old empire, Rule Britannia. It is the only wreck we see facing away from and not towards the coast. Interesting. It seems to have collided with another vessel and partially sunk, but fortunately enough to remain above the surface to be salvaged. An outpost here could increase our supply by 200 materials, and it has 2.4 million materials inside it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is an absolute ton of materials and pretty awesome to look at there. Next, we got the Royal Navy. Oh, God save the king. We located a wreck ship lodged on its side, encased in a massive block of ice. The HMS Atlanta barely legible on the aft starboard hull. We were unable to get inside, but we found a jagged hole into the engine room. It was full of coal and not much else. The place made our scouts quite uneasy. We've noticed that our compasses were behaving erratically in vicinity of the wreck. Probably not the best to linger here. What would cause that? There are things that cause that, but honestly I can't remember how that works. It's probably some kind of like an electromagnetic interference in the area, like Bermuda, for instance, the Bermuda Triangle. So this is another source of 50,000 coal, which we can get very quickly and cheaply with just sending out 5 scout teams. That's badass. Sorry, that's flashing red. Is it because of the issues with coal? Yeah, we're going to lose population at this rate. I need to hurry up with this. So I'm just micromanaging. Anyway, moving back on, and looking good. Looking good. Let's do exactly the same thing as before, and we'll try... Oh, that's a bit sad, isn't it? Still, though, we'll connect the trails. Done. Cool. So we're currently looking at 15 workers left over. And we're unfortunately running into a bit of territory where I just literally can't go this way. It's unfortunately dangerous, so I need to get a upgrade back at the camp on the main buildings to increase the efficiency of our teams. There are some ones I can do though. Though unfortunately for me, because I just spent a bunch of resources, we have just messed that up a little bit. What I could do... this way. Yeah, let's do this. Partially frozen water, as far as I can see. Some people tried to cross it on foot years ago in search of a fabled promised land. What, towards where we were escaping because of the frost? Sure, it's cold over there. Their story continues to inspire countless tales and legends. So, you know, earlier I mentioned about an interest in where this part of the world was. I wonder if you head towards the equator, would it be warmer? Surely it should be. It's the equator, right? It has a higher share of sunlight than anywhere else in the world. I wonder if it's kind of like barely livable. Could be quite interesting. Of course, England, this is near England itself, is not exactly on the southern or near the equator. It's quite far north, but not too crazy. Let's see. So I had to put it out there because some people don't know what geography is and they don't know where things are. Let's do an expedition this way. Go. Go, my brothers. Go. Steward. So, back over here. I have a bunch of workers free. I feel like... sorry, I just need to go double back for a second. Safe. Okay, so I was going to say, do I want to build the building right now to sort out the increase in expedition ability? But we got enough choices. It's fine. Dreadnought. Oh, it's still going. Damn it. I guess we won't be doing that then. Let's back this way. Let's let the game run for a little bit. Okay, I'm like how developed this looks. I love the zoomed out view, seeing all these different trails everywhere. I'm excited to see how it looks when we get the Skyline version, though. I wonder if it's actually going to look any different on the map there. That could be pretty awesome. Anyway, so if I go back this way... Now, I was trying to figure out how to put this down a second ago, but I do think I know how to do this. So in a second, that's going to run out. And done. We want to make sure it is future connected to the oil derrick here. So we actually have 3 slots here. Then we need to move this way towards the extraction district. So maybe just, I'm not going to put it down. I won't be able to afford it, but I want to do it for the future. So if I try and figure this out. Okay, so that would be the oil district. And then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That works out great. Yep, okay. I'm happy with that. Because, of course, we want to avoid having the debuff on this situation completely. Done. Have I not... Should I have got this without realizing? Maybe. So, housing down. And that will give us... Oh, he has got a bit of a heat problem, but it shouldn't be too bad. That will give us the ability to get 20 shelter. And that alone might be enough to get rid of the heat, the cold issues. People won't die from this... the frozen situation. So for now we're going to leave it and just presume it's enough to let the village live in peace. So let's head back to the main shebang. Back over here. So need heat stamps. Research is going quite fast and there's some kind of event. I'm going to click on it. Oh, okay. Population has boomed. So we are looking at a problem right now with the lack of stuff here. I think we want to build a housing now just to get this started. Let's just plop this down. So I also want to have one of these, right? Didn't I? So I guess we can do something like this, which would work. That would literally work right now. Is there a better way I can do it? No, that's not a better way at all. That's a terrible way of doing it. If I can, I want to have like multiple areas like this where we have like a free section for the additional housing. But I think for now we'll leave it at this. We will have a housing starting here and we'll move it into the location and done. So that's an extra, what does that be, 30 housing? Which is pretty decent. And we haven't got our prefabs anymore. Prefabs are now an actual issue, which is honestly terrifying. We do have a lot more people though, so perhaps what we should be doing is actually putting down a factory to produce prefabs. It's finally time. For now, I'm going to switch over to some factories here to temporarily produce more prefabs for me. I'm going to put down a permanent factory next to the 2 coal supplies, which I think would be a good long-term idea here. Now, of course, this doesn't mean we haven't got enough goods, but that should only be temporary. Evolvers support the Steward. Devoted relations. Oh, we're getting a buff. Steward, good news. Due to the good relations with Evolvers, they support health treatment efforts. They think it will help you solidify your rule. I actually have no one that's sick. Great. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for healing literally nobody. Damn it. In a world where I'm playing slightly too well currently, I'm wasting modifiers. Well, actually, I'm being full of myself. I'm probably going to die at some point in these recordings, so I shouldn't be too gung-ho there. Okay, so let's put a factory here, which is going to be a permanent factory when it comes to materials. Where's the tick button? There it is. Get that going. And you guys can probably just go back to goods right away. I don't want to spend too much time burning through that. We haven't got enough still. Interesting. Very interesting. Whoa. Youths have been unlocked. And someone's now doing a vote without my consent. What is up with this? I don't agree whatever this is. Can we not do this, please? Is that the best option? I don't know what is the best option. Society, youth. Ah, it's a pain. Oh, there literally is only one option, which was this one. Well, it actually works out my favour then. They just did it themselves. Unlocks youth employment programs, city ability, which bolsters. Oh, we already read that, and it increases trust. So I don't really think there's any reason not to pass us through. And it increases reason. I'm not really sure what that technically does, but it does increase reason. So in terms of actually getting it passed through, can I nick stuff off people? 41 weeks. 30. Well, that's a long time to get that buff. Interesting. So, unfortunately, there is a bit of a problem where I can't really get... The relations are capped out on those people. And we haven't got enough support. New Londoners. This actually won't work out for me. So, they already like me, which is pretty good. So, I can take funds off them. And I think if we can find a middle ground with this building here, it might work out in our favour. So if I get them to negotiate and a vote for, this will fix my problem. They want to do a few things. They want to research something. Or they want me to research and hold, which is way, way longer than what I'm doing at the moment. They want me to research and hold a vote on mechanized scouts. Can I see that somewhere? I'm actually annoyed that someone's nicked my vote here. Or do we just press vote and just see if it goes through? That could be an alternative to our problem here. We could just press the button and just see what the RNG gods decide. Parenthood. Ooh, we can go quite far here. Oh, no. Oh, marginally decrease isn't that bad, is it? I think that's okay. Because if there is a point where there's too much people, that is actually a problem in itself, I will say. Family protection. Ooh, that's blocked by equality. Curious. Very, very curious. So they're talking about scouts, right? So that's going to be underneath this somewhere. So is that... Oh, they want me to get that, which will then screw up my territory threat level reduction. So I have no interest in that. And you know what? I've convinced myself. We are going to let the gods of random dice... do this one. Let's see what happens. This should be interesting. If this passes, this would be hilarious. Oh, no. That's okay. Well, don't look at me. It wasn't my vote I was trying to push through. It is what it is. Okay, so I need to push through. Oh god, look at our horrific supply issues right now. We are not looking too grand, I would say. 5 relations. Okay, let's get another technology started off. We need to wait a little bit to get this sorted through. Wait a minute. This isn't right. Is this bugged? Oh, New London. Sorry, it switched around. Okay, we haven't got enough goods in New London. That's totally fine. Wow, I'm surprised such a little reduction in goods causes such a large reduction in income. That is quite telling, isn't it? That is a lot of reduction there. Really reinforces that I should probably invest more in getting more districts collecting resources here, though. Okay, that housing's done, and we're diminishing from severe. So I think we've got away with this without having any major issues. Now, what I could potentially do is nothing, because that's not going to it's going to cause a problem if I do that. I want to get more workers here, but we just don't have any. I guess what we could do is reduce this by 1, and then we can have a second prefab unlocking them for us at the same time. Oh, that's not... Damn it. This will ruin. Sorry. That's oil. That's not what I was looking for. We can actually build another prefab over here, though. I think that'd probably be a good idea. I want to get as much prefabs being hoovered up as humanly possible at this point of the game. Let's go back over this way. Don't mind me. I'm surprised we haven't got our expeditions back yet, by the way. I guess they're still creating those trails. No, that's still an expedition. No, the trails have been finished. Requirements, fishing village, chartering, whale outpost. Is this on? We don't need that right now. Oops. I didn't know that was turned on. That was pretty awkward. My bad. But the good news is, this can actually become a permanent settlement in the future. So that is very, very powerful for us. That'd be great moving forward at some point. Is that working as well? It is working as well. Let's turn these off. We don't need these right now. We can do other things while alive. So we're looking at dangerous, safe. So we can look over there. Let's do it. So this place is a passage that allows us to pass through the mountains. Okay, seems pretty simple. If we give it a few more seconds, we're going to unlock the highlands in a second. Tell me your secrets. Oh, I'm not actually... Sorry, I thought I was playing the game. And there it is. Let's have a look over here. Built hastily during the 1901 plague, these buildings were used to quarantine affected Londoners. They now lie silent and forgotten, scores of wooden crosses, a grim reminder of what transpired. Should we decide to distribute the dead, dismantling this place could yield some materials. Okay. So increases tension slightly, but that will probably fall, not a problem. We get 300 prefabs, which is extremely relevant right now. We've also got a wise woman camp. Our scouts have met the wise woman, for which these hills are famed. Some are in fact new Londoners who left during the captain's first days. They would be pleased to return to London now that we have a new council, and they said they can bring some cause with them. However, some of the captain's most loyal followers consider these women traitors and they think they should remain exiled. Oh, it annoys the faith keepers, which I do not care about at all. The last one is the schismatic temple. Inside the abandoned temple, our scouts found a circle of frozen naked bodies, suicide cult, lying around a strange idol made of ice. Nearby sat a pile of faithkeeper robes. What a surprise. The temple was full in disrepair. We could salvage it for prefabs, but the faithkeepers would prefer that we destroy all evidence of this place. Is that not the same thing? Okay, so this is going to annoy them double, but I really need prefabs, and I don't really care about that anyway. So we're going to go for this. Do that immediately. I want to get these prefabs on the run. We might do it one at a time, though, because I've got 20 points left now, so we can send them off to another location. So apparently there's literally nothing here. Literally nothing there. Interesting. We now have the valley, which only costs 10 expedition points. Oh, double 10. Excellent. Years ago, this valley was a staging area for a great expedition mounted by one of the New Londoners' citizens. Many travelled here to join the effort, so we get materials, cores, and prefabs. And the other one is going to be the valley. Years ago, our scouts found abandoned Imperial Exploration Company equipment in this valley, and the captain ordered an expedition here. The whiteout years forced us to withdraw from here a long time ago, so that probably means there's some kind of long-term settlement, potentially. Done. That works out really good. So we've got to remember that we have turned off a bunch of our locations though. So we do need to re-enable this at some point, which was taking 10 workers. Actually, I probably should have done that a bit earlier. Well, oops. It's the only thing I can really say on that one. I maybe miscalculated there. Because now we're eating through our coal supply. Anyway, back to this location. I'm going to eat the New Londoners' money, I think.
Steward.
Give them to me. Excellent. Okay. Can we now turn this into an upgrade? No, we need more workers. So food is looking more than good at the moment. Let's reduce that a little bit. Wait, how do we not have workers? We have 500 and... No, I must have looked at the wrong icon or something. Nope, it's curious. Build that. Done. Okay, that should come through quite soon. So, yeah, they donated, guys. Don't worry about it. I didn't ask them or anything. They just randomly came up to me and was like, "Sir, do you want a bunch of heat stamps?"
Are encouraged to maintain a healthy diet. Chances of a successful transplant depend on it.
Modern amenities. Oh, we actually have sick people? But how? Oh, due to the issues with cold. So we want to knock that out then. I don't like wasting anyone being ill for any reason is honestly too many people. So if we can maybe clap out or get rid of the last bit here, I will be pretty happy. Let's look at this modifier. Pouring ice on fire, growing radicalization. We already know about this. I stumbled across it earlier. Stuart, the growing fervour of certain groups in our city has become a cause for alarm. Agitators roll up tension and push their factions to more radical and violent actions. Victoria free. Provided we build enough prison space, our guards could place such militants in preventative arrest. That just sounds like modern day. Actually, I shouldn't say the next sentence on that. That sounds like a dictatorship. We don't want to do that. A spell in detention would cool their heels and calm the fellows. Build prisons to round up militants, district ability to lower factions further. Oh, so we can literally reduce the fervor completely. Just remove it altogether. Interesting. Though with the Fakekeepers only making up 13% of the council, I'm not really worried about them at this point. More prefabs, please. Thank you. Cool. So we're looking pretty decent with the old prefabbies, which is looking good for me. And I've also not researched anything like a complete moron. So now that that's put in, let's research something else. So I could go for the Skyways now. I think we'll do that. It only takes a few weeks, get that sorted out, locked in. I wanted to do this, didn't I? I wanted to get additional extraction for the future. So I think we'll plop that down now. Get that sorted out. And I'm happy. I think this is a pretty good location. Now, of course, one thing I will say is that the housing district here, we could in theory expand it. Which is awkward because I've literally put it into a giant valley. So we have one there, and one there we can do. But it has to be... Okay, so I think I've kind of screwed this up a little bit here. I can't expand too much, but if I do expand once, I get 25 housing. Okay, so I was trying to think, do I want to expand the housing out? But currently it does seem to be okay, so we'll leave that be. We do probably need to get an upgrade at some point to increase the output of this fella, but right now it's not necessarily required. At least I don't think so. Okay, back over this way. Oh, let's have a look. It didn't really grow in any size, but it's now been upgraded. So we look at the generator now. It's using oil exclusively. Can I do it so it uses a certain item type? Is that a function in the game I can do? I don't know. It accepts everything, but how do I... Reborn generator accepts new types of fuel to improve its capabilities. Okay, I understand that. Can I change its mix? The generator has different types of fuel, supported depending on the chosen path. Adaptation supports all types of fuel. Okay, I know this. The generator burns fuel into heat. Efficiency in that process depends on the type of fuel. 1 unit of oil always gives more units of heat than coal. And the type of generator will make it even better. Additionally, advanced upgrades can give you new actions you can manually activate in the panel. Oh, so it's a technology which we currently do not have access to. So that does mean we're not currently using oil at all, right? So that's not going to last forever, but currently we don't need that much coal, which is pretty badass. So if I did want to, I can switch out and have different factories running. Something I am also missing, which is I think quite prevalent, was the upgrade to have better factories. I think we want to try and get that. I have 4 factories now. They're kind of all over the place. It's looking quite obvious I need it. I will say, because we have a current issue with heat stamps in general, I will make this guy into that as well, getting goods. And now we have a massive problem with getting materials. I guess earlier it was okay because at the time we had that outpost I activated by accident and it was offsetting the issue here. So what do we want to try and do here? We need to try and offset this. So I think currently we have 1 sawmill over here, but not one over here. The sawmill building in itself will fix this issue, I believe. So we want to try and save up for one of those. This must go somewhere else. Interesting. We need 400 workers. Okay. So what I will do then is reduce this... wait a minute, let me think about this for a second. We're going to reduce the output of food, go for 1 at maximum. Turn it off for now. Because we're already making food from other places anyway, right? It's fine temporarily. Let's go for... We need a little bit more workers. Turn you down a little bit. And we're going to plop down an additional sawmill. Done. So that will fix our immediate issue with materials. And also, I'm leaving this guy on pretty much as fast much as I can, because it's going to be generating coal to put into storage, which we will then just have. And we're trying not to use it if we can. We're trying to keep very heat efficient here. So with that out of the way, that's looking pretty good. We also want to get another housing down as well. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the frost breaking currently to do that. So we had to wait a little bit. But we can hopefully do it in the future here. Okay, that is... What's this? Oh, prefabs. I think. Maybe. I'm also going to grab these people now. I didn't really see why I wouldn't bring them in. You're coming with me. Free cause, more population. Happy days. Nice. So I have 5 wasteland teams left over after this. And, oh, I didn't think about this. We've got oil. We might be able to convince this large population to come and join us. From the old observatory. This could be big. We have to double check the numbers in case it's too much, but it's a possibility we can bring them in and really improve our worker output here. Okay, how long we got? We got another 4 days until we can do another law. I got to do it right away because otherwise they push through really stupid laws. Excellent. Check that out. This is going so well. Okay, let's dive into the council. So I have all the laws we have left. I think it was literally just food additives. And now, because I'm horrifically curious... Oh, this didn't pass, did it? They didn't get it through. Whatever, I don't care about that. We're going for this. I want to get this passed through. Forage additives. Says we'll provide some food during calm weather. I think this might actually count as calm weather, because I don't really think it's that cold currently. So I could just do a Hail Mary and hope it passes, or we should probably get some backup. Now, the new Londons are actually open to negotiate. Is there anything I can bring in that might actually be of use? No, it's all research. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to do this one. Blasting coal mine, if I remember, was a tier 1 technology. I only have to research it. I think that's viable. I think we're going to do it, get them to like me more. Everyone's happy. So we're going to dive onto that now, unless I can do something with the Frost Keepers to maybe make them not so angry. Negotiate. No, they just don't like it. Fair enough. Oh, wait, let me just double check one more thing. Sorry. They are supporting, not maximum. Maybe we want to do that with the Frostlanders instead. But it's such an easy mission for the Lunanders. Let's go for the easy mission. Propose, negotiate. Damn. I guess I can also negotiate with the Frostlanders as well. Build salvaging factory. Wait a minute. Have I already unlocked the ability to build... Oh, it says research. I got to do that at some point as well. I could promise both of these, because I think we need to do both of them anyway. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to go for both of them. Let's go for both of them. I'm going to promise both items here. And I honestly believe in both of them at the same time. So we'll push that through. And that will mean that I've gone way too overboard with this, but we can quickly increase the ratio of the 2 factions at the same time. So, done. I don't think there's much point seeing who won this one. It's pretty evident that I smashed it.
The eyes have it.
Nice. Okay, so I guess the only potential issue would be that I haven't got enough time to do all this. But as I've got a lot of research benefits, I think we should be okay. It might be a bit dodgy, but we'll see how things go.
The decision.
Feats of adaptation. Evolvers rally. Oh, is this because I got high relations? Steward, the Evolvers have begun gathering in celebration of the direction you've taken the city in. They hold rallies to demonstrate the strength and ingenuity of their prosthetics and gush over how their self-inflicted evolution could bring about their utopia. This is not what I was expecting, but this guy seems pretty badass in the screenshot there. It's a new world, and it needs new people, one Evolver shouts. It holds its limbs aloft as he crushes a block of ice. Stronger, tougher, better adapted. All of us can be that if we follow where the steward is taking us. Their passion is contagious. They inspire others to put in the additional effort for the benefit of the city. Do you want to ask them to promote something specific? So we can say no, leave it be. We can ask them to train workers, which I think they're already doing. Whoa. Oh, there's two good options, but heat stamps are so important. Is this permanent for the rest of time itself?
The Evolvers rally in celebration of the steward leadership. All curious minds are invited to join them.
Long live the steward! Excellent. The income is glorious. The city is thriving. We are doing so well. I had a phone call and I went to carry on talking for like a good 20 minutes. And guys, I didn't press the record button again. It was pause. I just left it off and I was just talking to myself while playing a video game for no reason. So I had to reload. Like I had checkpoints on these mega episodes in case I need to go back. Though so far, I've actually not had to go back at all. I've done pretty damn well, apart from this situation here. But I've done pretty good so far. So this, unfortunately, oh, it's back here. I've lost a lot of progress, guys. I'm so upset. This actually was a mistake in the end. I realized it after it finished, and I was like, oh, I've absolutely screwed myself over here. Well, not that bad, but it's not great. So I was talking about having both factories having housing coming out of them. I failed in this situation because this factory already has 0 heat output. It's already doing a pretty good job. And this guy, I didn't realize, is an absolute monster. 100 heat demand from this one building. It is out of control. So really, I need to try and get this reduced as much as possible. Now, I did work on a few ways of doing that, and I was implementing them and already pretty much finished them by the time I realized I wasn't recording. Like a complete plonker. So I'm going to go and do exactly the same thing again. So what we need to do here, I need to do quite a few changes. If I zoom back out again, let's have a look at the map. I decided not to reactivate the coal mine because I want to rely on oil for a while. I'm going to send out some dudes. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, we are currently building that building, by the way. So that was why I did it last time I was playing. I'm going to go send out some guys and we're going to go and jump on this, which gives me free materials, which means it's not a permanent structure, it's a temporary structure, and we start wearing it down. This is not permanent, so anything that's a temporary outpost, I want to get rid of as soon as possible, so I don't rely on it on my long-term gameplay. I can rely on outposts, but I do not want to ever rely on temporary measures. So that's locked in there, and we have an additional 5 Frostland teams. Now, we actually just finished this exhibition up here. So we have ourselves a fishing trawler with a full catch in locked ice. I can't react in the same way because I already read this event before, but it actually says that they came from Canada. So I'm going to go and presume that we are maybe on the North Atlantic at this point, because it's all going to be frozen anyway, right? Maybe we're near Greenland, Canada itself, maybe the Isles, I'm not sure, but maybe around that area of the map. Now, this place here actually has 75k food. Pretty decent, right? But it increases disease significantly. Now, the thing I am not certain about, and I don't want to take the risk on unless I'm about to die, what does that mean? Is that a permanent increase in disease to the rest of the game? Which I doubt, by the way, because it's only 75k food. Or is it only like one big increase and it ticks back down again? So until I need this, this is not happening. I do not want to take that risk at the moment. The next one is over here, which is, get out of the way again. These people are shunned by other nomads. They are tight-lipped about exactly what happened, but they are willing to integrate with your community if we let them join. Now, this is a selection of nomads. I will say I haven't done this, but I was a bit hesitant about why this is a thing. Why are they tight-lipped about what happened? Are they crazy people? I don't know. I'm concerned. We will do it. but when I feel like I'm ready. So, the other guy I said we had unlocked was this guy here with a massive amount of people. I need to make the city bigger first with housing, because if we go into like a negative 120 odd housing, which I did do, which I did fix as well, but it means we immediately get a big increase in heat issues and people start getting sick all over the place. So I'm going to avoid that for now until we sort out the housing. Okay, with all that explained and gone through, we are going to carry on playing here. So we've got 5 dudes left over. I have to wait until the building on the side is finished. This guy here is what I'm talking about. So that'll be done at some point. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's play for now and see how things go. If I can plop down a Frostpunk, that'd be pretty brilliant. But I need more income first. Looking at okay currently on income. Let's increase this a little bit. So I really want to make sure we have maximum heat stamps at all times. I need as much of that as possible. Okay, so Frostpunk I can't afford due to lack of workers. Bit of a pain. Where do I want to grab people from? Oh, materials. Let's reduce this. Yeah, I'm happy with that for now. Okay, cool. So I've got loads of workers back. That's probably too many workers. I'm going to... Thousands a bit obsessive. Let's build here. Unfortunately, I can't go this way. So I want to have, for the housing in the future, one house coming out from here. And at least another one coming out from this direction. I reckon I can go out and in with a weird looking house. This bit is just cursed forever. I can't do anything about this at this point. Okay, so housing... I'm going to go along the edge here, so if I want to do more upgrades in the future, I can along these areas. Let's also grab one inside a little bit. Cool. Now, I've got some excess people. Let's build another house district down here. I can't remember what... This is getting awkward. I had to remember what I have and haven't done, or what I haven't decided to do, because I might screw myself by a mistake here. Looking good, looking good. 19 a week. Definitely need more supply. So what I decided to do last time, which we do in 2 weeks, I went next. I dived into the factory. I want to get... Where is it? This guy sorted out here, so we can start getting more efficient factories, which currently make up a giant amount of my population's workflow. So let's put that on there. Okay, cool. Let's zoom back out again. So, have we got that building sorted out yet? Oh god, I forgot. I nearly got myself killed because this generator's been on overdrive the entire time. Yes, good job reloading. That's what I was talking about. I could have forgotten about that and gone back to 95% again. Nearly killed myself. Extraction districts. Oh, some. Okay, so if we zoom back out the map now, I can go and get... from a temporary location here, I can bring back a bunch of oil stockpile, which I think we're going to do. Now, I think we should wait a little bit longer. 3 weeks. It'll probably take 2 weeks to get here. We'll do it now. Screw it. It'll be fine. Bring me the stuff, please. I like how you can choose to do this one, but some workers may die, or you just simply wait and you get what you need without people dying. I don't see why you would be so rash there. Steward. Now, we have got 2 things, so let's do the factory now. We have the required materials. Let's get this sorted out. And because of our increased research speed, it's very quick. It's 10 weeks, so we have a lot of time to build a blasting coal mine as well. There's no immediate issue there at this time. And my headset's beeping me. Done. For a 24-hour battery life, it seems to be needed to charge every day, but I do use it, it's like 16 hours a day. Damn it! I played games too often. So you're going to lock in myself some additional housing? Yes! Good job, brother. And have you done your frost breaking? I think you did. We'll build a house over here next, because I really want to make this more efficient. Now, I didn't actually rule out, I didn't do it, but I could also build a heat stamp thing here and massively reduce the cost of heat with a full-on heating hub as well. That could be a good idea. Okay. fuel's running out quickly. We're about to finish another expedition. We're not looking too great on the old materials here. Let's just temporarily put up a little bit. We're on par again. That's fine for now. We've got 25 weeks until this finishes. I'm looking forward to getting rid of this because then I can replace it. This is where I get confused if I talked about it or not, but my initial plan was once these coals disappear, we're going to replace this with a bunch of factories, because I've already set up in a way that I don't get squalor. I can literally just replace it with factories and just have the prefabs be constructed here in a big clump in the future. Okay, so we just finished another expedition. This one? I haven't actually read these ones yet. The abandoned base welcomes us with the fortune sign. The abandoned base welcomes us with the fortitude sign. The roof has collapsed on a lab where scientists study the cause of the frost. Interesting, but the training halls remain intact, along with equipment used in attempts to contact other generator cities. This is extremely exciting. We could take all preserved supplies back to New London, or we can leave them making reactivate. Oh, we're leaving this. Not a question. Is this going to be like some kind of super scout location? Fire a tower? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Not a single doubt in my mind that we should be doing this very thing. This is happening. Exploration costs decreased. Cost. Is that in like a one-time purpose? Or is that in using Frostland teams? I have no idea. Good to build that one. What about over here? Rowett Expedition Dreamer Mine. Ooh, okay. This seems pretty good. An ironwork sits at the surface of this mine. Its walls covered with designs for wagons and transports. A smaller glasswork once fabricated fragile scientific instruments. Few tools remain after many years of scavenging, but there's still iron at the very bottom of the shaft. Two very good looking trails here, so we're going to try and connect these up. Game says no. I can't afford it. Why am I so poor is my main question here. So I think it's worth grabbing these for sure. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now. I have to do it when I get more teams available. No, but it increases. No, we have to do this first. This has to happen now. This is a priority, and I should be treating it as such. So let's move directly towards here, and we can do it in increments, right? 2 weeks, 10 teams. I couldn't do more anyway. We haven't got... Oh, it just keeps it level 10. I could just wait for literally like 5 days and build this. I don't see why I can just wait a little bit. Heat stamps. It does cost a lot more. 20 prefabs per location. But the same amount of resources to making teams. And it looks like we've done this one as well. Possible settlement. IEC smelter. What is that? This huge mine and smelting apparatus provides the steel used to construct the nearby generators on behalf of the Imperial Exploration Company. Very useful. A crew of 1,000 once lived here within and below the machines. Only a small fraction of whom made it to New London. The captain sent a crew with cores here to establish an outpost. There are no signs of the crew, but the cores remain, along with many salvageable components. We must restart the machine. So what does this do? This is another source of permanent, or not permanent, but it's another source of materials, which might become permanent if we build a trail here. We've also got this guy. Windward Moor. Freezing winds buffet this part of the valley. Following our oldest maps, our scouts found a generator construction site buried under the snow, but little of use remains. The areas contain some resource deposits, but they may be too inaccessible. Oh wow, it's actually cursed. This might change in the future. I wonder if we can make like another main city nearby. If it was a site, it means it was a good place to build a generator. Okay, we're still going to wait a few seconds here. And I will send off one team now. So we have 2 level 10s here. The plains. Even under the snow, the soil here is poor. Nothing grew before. Certainly nothing worth growing. Let's go for this. No! Let's wait. I do not want to take the risk of losing out on this buff. So we're going to do this heap stamps first, and then we're going to set the outpost, and then we're going to go and carry on with expeditions. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go and talk to these angry people. Hey, buddy! Nothing lost. Stuart, our biowaste hothouses have begun cooperating with local people who forage their foods. So this is the law I passed, I think, recently. So on top of their regular duties, they provide it with leaves, animal carcasses, and feces in order to enrich its compost. This will no doubt increase our food output. So I couldn't figure out exactly how this worked. I think it's probably population scale based, but it did provide me with like 100 of food for free. Yeah, 81. Pretty good. This does mean... I'm going to reduce this a little bit. I did want to have a big supply of food, but with this current costing of heat, it's a bit crazy. Until we figure out, well, until I add on all the housing next to it to reduce its heat costs, we want to be a bit more efficient here. So I reduce that for now, and we have enough... No, we haven't. I still got to wait a little bit. Give me the heat stamps, game. Heat for the heat gods, as they once said. We need a lot of damn people, don't we? A lot of goods. Another factory is not required because we're currently researching this. It should be fine. Cool. Zoom back out. Trail. I'm going to build it directly from this in case I make a mistake. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be absolutely kidding me. Is it the same going from here to here? No, wait. This is actually more efficient. Ignoring whatever the hell that is, we're going to go through this bit. I could start doing this. So at least they're doing something, right? Because if I keep waiting, it only takes 3 weeks to build this anyway. I'm just going to leave it. Let's just leave it at that. Oh, does it have to be connected to something else? I see. My apology. I thought I could just barrel through without much problem there. Can I not do this version instead? Interesting. I think this has to be built over the top of existing... No? So I'm confused why it's not letting me do this. Oh, it is. Yeah. It's not required. Let's wait a few more days, I think, and we can hopefully build the proper one then. Is that my oil? Yes, it is. We have oil for a long, long time. 65 weeks of oil. Brilliant. Now, I want to keep an eye on this. I don't know if the game's automatic, but if I get to the point where this is full, does it stop generating? Or do I just throw coal out into the wastelands and I never see it again? I'm a bit worried about that, so I have to see what happens when that pushes through.
If you're unsure whether foraged food additive is safe for consumption...
Oh, I missed it. I was going to hear... I want to know what he was going to say! Ah, damn it! We'll never know what the public service announcement actually said there. Okay, so what was I doing before? I think it was to here, 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 and here. Confirm. So that's one team working. We got a lot of things to build right now. I want to get this one sorted out as well. So this is only going to require one. Yes, we only need 25 heat stamps for that one. Pretty simple. This is running out finally. Excellent. I'm looking forward to that. That does mean we need to source ourselves some more food. We do actually have another outpost available, but it's not upgraded yet. So I think it might be worth doing that. Just leaving it open. There was also another source of food, wasn't there, on the map? Or am I making things up? Oh. I passed this board. What is this? What is going on here? In the heart of the mountain pass stands an old loading station likely used to connect Outpost 11 with the distant hot springs. Inside we found the body of an elderly man who had frozen while waiting for transports that never arrived. So we can take it down, which is very short-sighted, or we can rebuild the station, which I shouldn't technically know that's an option, but it is here. We have no need for this unless we re-establish contact with the hot springs. So we need to find, around this area, I'm going to go and say here, is probably the hot springs. Believe it or not. Can I speed this up at all? I don't think we can. I can at least do this for now though, right? I'm getting a lot of guys available to work on expeditions, but not a lot of resources to actually finish off this damn trail, which is annoying me a little bit, but that's what it is. Okay, come on game, give me some money. So when I get rid of this, I'll be at like 24-ish income a week. Yeah, literally a week for heat stamps, which is pretty badass. Okay, they're working on those trails. Good luck, guys. Back to the cities. Wait. Interesting. We actually have a problem. My ridiculous size population is causing issues. Not good. Not good at all. So, let's look into this quickly then. So we need to have what they suggested before, which is prisons, I imagine. Is there another way of getting rid of crime? Not like I see there. Rail hub. It would be under society, wouldn't it? Watchtowers? This does seem to be what it is. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for. So, reduces crime slightly. And we can do a one-time event to smash out a bunch of crime. Okay, so we've got surveillance watchtowers. Very high-tech. Interesting. And provides guard squads. Units of law enforcement officers who employ to maintain order. They help reduce crime and stifle unrest. What does that mean? Does that mean if you have 24, they provide a passive bonus against crime? Or do you have to deploy them to reduce crime if you're a dictator with the other laws in the game? I'm not certain there. So this time we've got 3 options here, actually. And this one has absolutely 0 heat demand whatsoever. But it requires double the workers. And it provides more guard squads, which potentially might mean passive reduction of crime, but we're not sure yet. Interesting. We've got these guys as well. This is a regular watchtower. Slightly decreases crime. What's the difference between these two? It's the workforce. Okay, curious. I'm going to say this one's probably what I'm going to go for. Oh, it's the Faith Keepers. They're going to be so happy when I build this. We'll go for this fella. Next, I think. Or should I squeeze in... We'll see what that says. Once this is finished, we'll see if we can squeeze it in to get rid of crime now. Before I need to do it for the blast coal mine. Okay, good news then. So as we're getting closer and closer to getting the factory upgrade, I want to save up for that now and get 1 down so we get rid of the deficit. So, I can't do it yet. I presume it's going to cost around 80 heat stamps, which is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. Okay, trails are being set up. That's connected now, right? No, it's not. Wait, what have I done here? Oh, it's still building, sorry. Complete moron. The gorge. So we're getting very, very close now to capping out this fella here. And then I can hopefully build the last little bit. And we can dive into having the outpost buff for our explorers here. Can I... Wait, let me just press tutorial. So I was talking about this a second ago. Let me see if it actually does it. Guard squads can directly decrease crime by protecting your city. They can be used to quell protests or can occasionally be utilized in various events requiring their intervention. So you do get some guard squads, and you may need more if you're running a dictatorship. But I'm not seeing anything in this to suggest that it passively reduces crime. So I'm going to presume it doesn't for now, but it's okay. We still want to build some of those crime patrol posts at some point anyway. Wait, how cold is it now?
Wrap up well.
Interesting.
The frost is here.
So we're back up to 40, negative 40, but it goes back up again very quickly. What is happening over there? Colder season times 2. I think that's a double whammy. Okay, we got a few years until that comes true, but that is something to keep in mind here. We are barreling towards it. Can I... Oh, that counted. Nice. Exploration costs down by 10%. It does mean this. And it's not reducing the costs for everything else. So now we have slightly more efficient people going around and about. Is that really worth it? Honestly, I'm not really sure that's honestly worth it, to be honest. It doesn't increase the efficiency from this. I guess I've done it right. It's mine. If we upgrade it, it goes to more scout teams will be available. It gives you Frostland teams. So at that point, that is 100% worth it. It just gives you more teams. It's awesome. Good to know. We have 35 teams. I want to establish diplomatic relations with the hot springs. I think it's a good idea. So we're going to send off one team down here. Hot waters flows from deep crevasses here, forming small ponds surrounded by green moss. So 100% yes. And unfortunately, we have a really arbitrary amount of people now. No! It's so random! If it was slightly better, we would have been fine. Can I... Wait, is there anything I can do to get slightly more workers at this point? Like, anything, guys. Anything at all, please. I guess I can expand one of them out, and they get more that way. I could do that. Could actually do that. Ooh, it's a hard choice, everybody. It's a hard choice. For now, we're not going to bother. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with these guys, because it's a really arbitrary number, but we're going to send them to the hills. Apparently, there's a male reindeer that lives here, or bull, that lived here before the frost. When the great storm came, its fur turned white, and it ran all around the land, gathering lost herds and leading them to a shelter. So it sounds like there might be some kind of permanent place we can live here, with food income, perhaps. So we're going to send an expedition there. We'll learn some new things. Let's dive back into the city, shall we? When are you running out? It must be soon, surely. I don't know. Soonish. It's happening one day. I'm actually getting a bit worried about the lack of support from the Faith Keepers. And I don't normally agree with what they want me to promise them, so it's a bit awkward, really, isn't it? I wonder if I could do some promises in one of the council votes and maybe figure it out that way. We're at to see. Okay, so good news is we've just unlocked the factory upgrade, and we have to do the next one. So I want to see if I can sneak in the crime watchtower to get some of those built now. So it takes 10 weeks. So we actually do have enough time to do this and the other one without having a problem. So I'm going to go and research the patrol watchtowers, which might in turn increase the Faith Keeper's opinion of me a little bit. So that could work out. Scrap that. Go, my brothers. Excellent. So, what we're looking at. What's the damage, game? I need 180 heat stamps. That's damage. That's a lot of damage. And I can't raise any funds, right? 13 weeks until I get funds from them. 1 week. Yes. Okay, great. I really need that income at this point. I really, really do. So, everyone, this is going to be it for today's episode. Now, hear me out. I know there's meant to be mega episodes, but I honestly haven't got enough time to edit all of these at the moment and have the week on at the same time. So I decided to kind of cut it in half. So this one was originally 4 hours long. I put it down to 2 hours, and the other half is like going to be the video in 2 days' time. And then we'll try and get back to like 3 to 4 hour ones next week when I have more free time. Yeah, I know it's a bit annoying. Honestly, I love this game. It loads. It is absolutely brilliant. If I had the spare time, I would just finished it already. But unfortunately, I've not had the spare time to do that. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But yeah, so for now, that's going to be today's episode. I will carry it on right again as we left off. And hopefully people enjoying the journey so far. I mean, what do you guys think? I think this game is really fun. I actually think I'm enjoying it more than Frostpunk 1 at this point, to be honest. But I've never been much of a city builder. I've always been more of like a bigger picture kind of guy. I love like the politics of like the factions. I like the giant scales of the factories and that kind of thing. I'm liking it. That's all I can really say. But everybody, thank you for watching. As always, please subscribe, comment below, and I will see you next time. Bye.